We are following breaking news, a brush fire now burning in Chino Hills.
Let's get up to Gil Lavis in Sky 5 with the details. Gil.
Well, Glenn and Kareen, we're just a couple minutes out from the fire. We're looking at it from the west to the east. This fire is called the Euclid Fire. It started somewhere around 2 o'clock this afternoon. It has already jumped the 71 freeway at Euclid and is continuing to burn in a northeasterly direction. We're understanding that it's about 15 acres, but it looks maybe a lot more than that at this point. You can see the amount of smoke that's billowing up from this fire is pushing off to the northeast there. But again, the fire burning through the Chino Hills, past the 71 freeway right now, and has jumped the freeway. The CHP has shut down the freeway in both directions. Let me push in and show you. There's some homes in the area. We're not clear if there's any homes threatened at this point. We believe it's just in that brush that is on each side of the freeway. It looks like it's already burned onto the east side of the freeway at this point, and is continuing to burn out towards that would be the Santa Ana River bed itself. So if it gets in there, there's a lot of brush there that can be burned. But at this point, fire department doing all they can to try to get ahead of this fire and knock it down. But at this point, it's still burning out of control and pushing off to the northeast. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
So, Gil, basically, because of the smoke, if there is, say, residents on the other side, you really can't see them at this point?
You know, let me pan to the left here, Glenn, and show you. There's an open field here. There's a lot of heavy, thick brush there that's part of that Santa Ana River complex. That's what it's moving towards right now. You can see the homes at the bottom of your screen moving away from those homes. That's good news. But they're beyond this green belt there, as I come out further, there's homes out in that direction. But it's going to take a while for that fire to even reach those homes in that direction. So at this point, it doesn't look like homes are threatened in the path of the fire right now. As I come in tight, you can see it looks like fire retardant line that was dropped right on the 71 freeway there. And it looks like there's still some vehicles making their way through. CHP might have opened up those lanes on the northbound side of the 71 now that it's burned through the freeway. But yeah, it's in that open range there, open field. You got some grass, you got some thicker brush. You can see that's on fire there. As we get closer, we'll be able to give you a better idea of what exactly is burning right now. But at least for now, it doesn't look like there are any homes in the path of the fire, directly in the path of the fire.
And Gil, when it comes to fires like these, the conditions are everything. I know it's been extremely windy in other parts of the region today. It'll be interesting to hear from Kai to see just what the conditions are like there. But, you know, that'll determine how quickly they get a handle on this, how strong those winds are at this hour.
Yeah, Kai, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, fortunately.
Yeah, Kareen, you can. Yeah.
No, I'll let Gil continue.
Sorry.
You go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know you were on, Kai, but go ahead. Actually, I was just going to show you the smoke plume here, how it's pushing out towards the northeast. Maybe you can talk about that, the wind speeds there on the ground.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, you know, coming out of the southwest, moving in a northeasterly direction. But Gil, there's a lot of white smoke out there. So as you get closer and closer, it looks like they do have water on this fire.
They do. I do see a water dropping helicopter. There's a spot out ahead of the fire there. As I zoom in past those trees, it looks like the embers have caught some of the dry grass on fire beyond those trees. So yeah, I do see one water dropping helicopter at least, and ground crews trying to do what they can on the ground.
Yeah, and Gil mentioned the fact that it is in that green belt area, and it's never good to burn anywhere, but I'd rather have it burning in the greenbelt area than near those homes. And again, moving away from the homes, so we're not really concerned with the homes that are just to the southwest of that fire, and again on the other side of the 71. So good news there. But again, moving into that greenbelt. But as Gil was also mentioning, there is a tremendous amount of fuels in that greenbelt zone right there that firefighters are really working on. And then you've got the short grass at the very bottom of your screen. There's a lot of agriculture that takes place right off of the 71, and I can imagine that we're seeing that short grass burning really quickly, so that gives the impression that things are burning rapidly, but again, they are when you get into that short grass. But it's the heavier stuff that's really right in the middle of the screen. That's the cause for concern, because if it gets into that, that's a lot of dry brush and a lot of fuels in that green belt that obviously hasn't burned in years and years, and that could go up quite rapidly. But the good news is that the winds are quite light. There's some gusts at around 16 miles per hour, and again, coming out of that southwesterly direction. The temperature in the fire zone right now at about 86 degrees. The good news is that the humidity value is in the low to mid 30s, so we're not looking at extremely dry conditions, and it is the marine layer, which we saw not only in the Chino Hills area, but throughout much of Southern California this morning, that leaves behind, when it burns off, more of the moisture in the atmosphere, as well as the slightly cooler temperatures. And again, we're looking at temperatures into the mid 80s, and you can see that retardant right there, right along the 71. So they really are going to try and hit this hard so that this brush fire does not spread further to the northeast as we make our way through the next few minutes.
Yeah, you can see here the origins of the fire at the bottom of your screen on the lower part, other side of the freeway here. This is where this started. You can see they laid that nice Phos-Chek line to protect that neighborhood, but as we said, though, the problem now is the fact that it has jumped the freeway. Could slowly head towards some other homes. And Gil, you'd mentioned the Santa Ana riverbed. Now, you kind of visualize that, you're thinking, well, that shouldn't be a problem, but actually there is a lot of vegetation inside of that Santa Ana riverbed, if anybody has ever driven by that. I mean, it's a lot.
Oh, sure is. Look at that. I mean, you're looking at just a thick growth of trees, brush, a lot of undergrowth that's happening down there. And when you look at this, it doesn't look like much, but when I zoom into the road, you can just see how tall those trees are, the brush is. You can see the dry spots underneath the trees and underneath the brush there. So you got a lot of green there, but it does burn. So we've seen it burn in the past, and it takes quite a while to knock down a fire in that Santa Ana riverbed itself. But right now it's staying just outside of the riverbed itself. There is a couple of fingers here that creep along just to the east of the 71 freeway. It has caught some of that on fire, but fire department doing what they can to try to keep that from spreading into this particular area here. So they have some light grasses between where the fire is right now and this thicker brush. That's what they're hoping to contain, and we are seeing some fire retardant drops out ahead of the fire as well. So we'll just keep a watch on this to see how the ground crews are able to manage the fire as it gets into that lighter grass there, and hopefully the winds will cooperate and be calm as this fire progresses.
And that's what we're hoping for, Gil. But, you know, always a good idea in cases like this, especially with wildfires, the unpredictability. For those who may be watching at home who live in this vicinity, or you have loved ones or friends there, have a plan. Make sure you're prepared to leave at a moment's notice, just in case these conditions change and the fire continues to spread through the afternoon.
Well, the good news here, too, is as you look at a lot of these roads that are just off of some of these residents in these areas, and just, again, to the east of the 71, those roads are going to help prevent a lot of these flames from jumping. And it's also good news that they don't have to bring the dozers in to sort of cut fire roads in there. But again, heavy smoke coming out of this area. So this smoke is going to be seen all over the area, from the Pomona area all the way down towards Norco.